Yo, it's Momo coming to you with another video. Today's video is going to be a tutorial slash guide on a brand new raid that's not really known out there. Well, it's kind of known, but it's a variation of an older raid. It's the HPHB Raid. Now, it sounds exactly like the HGHB Raid, which is the Healers, Giants, Bowlers, and Hogs raid, and it's pretty much the same thing except for you're changing the Giants to Peckers. So it's HPHB as in Healers, Peckers, Hogs, and Bowlers. Now, I don't have an army to show you live, but I've got some recordings, some replays for you guys that shows this raid in action and how it gets 3 stars. Now, with the HGHB raid, pretty much it's the same. You kind of want to do the same thing by getting your bowlers and your peckers and your heroes all going centrally, and then afterwards just making sure you drop in your hogs surgically. So before we do this, the army composition that I use is the 2 baby dragons for funneling, 7 wizards for cleanup, 3 healers for your peckers, 3 peckers, 11 hogs, followed by max bowlers in your clan castle. Now, level 2 bowlers can work as well, but level 1 bowlers will not work because they're just too weak and they'll go down way too quickly. And same with level 2, but level 2 can hold their own a little bit longer. And also, if you have higher level heroes, like level 20 plus heroes, this raid can go much smoother for you because you can help your kill squad much better. But so I recommend you having some higher level heroes. But if you want to give it a go with some lower level heroes, by all means give it a go. It still might work. You just have to keep trying. The spell composition that you have to use is 2 healers for your hogs and 2 raid spells for your peckers, your bowlers, and your heroes, and also 2 poison spells for any CC troops, or if you want to use one on the heroes like the Queen, then that's also good. So you start off by obviously creating a funnel with your baby dragons. Now, some people tend to bring wizard dragons for funneling. That can work, but the beauty of baby dragons is it eliminates ground defenses, so like your cannons and your mortars and stuff, but at the same time it engages with the air defenses. But nonetheless, I prefer baby dragons. After you've created a sort of a funnel, you drop in your peckers in the spot where you want them to go centrally, of course. Now, unfortunately, my baby dragons didn't last too long in this raid, but somehow those peckers were smart. They actually went centrally, and this is the crucial part, guys. See how 2 bowlers decided to sort of like go in opposite directions? You kind of need to have your bowlers all following your peckers, just like you want your giants to follow in as well. And the reason for that is because your peckers are going to do the tanking for those bowlers, and those bowlers, as you can see, do a lot of damage, especially since their little ability gives them that edge of destroying 2 things at once because of those rocks that they throw. So yeah, you try and use both raid spells on your peckers and your bowlers, because especially when your peckers come close to Teslas, which can really kill them off quickly. And then afterwards, you just start, once you sort of like open a way for your hogs to move in one direction, so like anti-clockwise or clockwise, that's when you start dropping in your hogs surgically. Also, when another time you can drop them is when you see the defenses are distracted, most of them. That's another way you can keep your hogs alive for much longer. So yeah, you try and place the heal spells in the path of the hogs, not so much in where they are. So that way they can actually destroy more of those defenses while they're being targeted, because the heal spells will keep them alive for much longer. So yeah, after all that, don't forget to use your heroes' abilities. But yeah, once those defenses are pretty much all gone, the rest is all up to the cleanups. And this is why you bring wizards for cleanups, because wizards are excellent at cleaning up, and they also attack over walls. I usually deploy all my wizards, or like I save all my wizards towards the end, just for the cleanup. But if you want to use 1 or 2 wizards, or even 2 or 3 wizards to help your peckers and your bowlers, by all means you can do it, and you can use some for your funnel, but you need at least 2 or 3 from my recommendation as a cleanup perk. So as you can see, guys, the hero, obviously a high level hero, works well, but those peckers do a lot of tanking here, and those wizards can come in and just clean up everything else. I didn't even have to use my second raid spell because there was no CC troops. But yeah, we're going to get into another raid again, the same raid, HPHB Raid, but this is more on like war-based layouts. I did it before on some of the people in my clan. Again, this is the Clash 'em Hard clan, an awesome clan, very good clan because a lot of people are on most of the time, so it's an active clan, and this helps you practice your raids, and you can do a lot of friendly challenges. So as you can see, guys, it actually helps you. You don't use the full 3 minutes. It's a good raid to keep get that 3 stars on time. So again, start off with funnel baby dragons. You want to put them in a way, again, not too far apart, but just somewhere where you can sort of like get your peckers to going in. Now, another way to make sure your peckers don't wander off is you pick a side where the baby dragon is still alive and he's going to go outwards, and then your peckers have like a building next to them which will force them to go inwards and into the compartment that you actually want them to go in, because by this time the other baby dragon would have cleared a couple of buildings on the other side, and they would have no other choice but to go in centrally into the compartment that you actually want them to go in. So once you've dropped your peckers, put the healers on them. You can put your queen down for that last little bit of funnel, but then make sure you put your bowlers and your king down as well. That's pretty essential as well, because you need to have your bowlers next to your peckers at all times, just so they can keep your back up your peckers and actually just destroy the base. So yeah, you put your raid spell in a position where it can actually get all of the troops you want. So like you see here, it's getting my my heroes, my bowlers, my peckers, and my healers, which is actually really effective because none of my peckers are going low in health, and I accidentally put the king's ability a bit too soon. But still, no matter. I mean, the peckers are doing excellent tanking, and when they're on rage, one swing of their sword pretty much destroys everything. So yeah, once those defenses are pretty much distracted and you got a little bit of leadway, you start dropping your hogs in surgically. Again, put the heal spell into like their path, so they go into the heal spell and use that heal spell for much longer. Again, excellent tanking done by the pecker here. Those skeleton traps won't do anything to them, and you just keep on making those hogs catch up to your peckers and stuff. And yeah, again, heal spells in the path where they would go, but at the same time you want to make sure you keep them alive. So if they are running low in health, try and put it on them straight away, because you kind of need your hogs to clear as many defenses as possible. That way you have less time to worry about your troops dying off, and then your peckers and your cleanup wizards can just come and clean up the base. So like you see, guys, I'm pretty much using my wizards just for the cleanup, just getting those buildings in the trash ring around the base, and just making sure there are no more buildings left around the base. And as you can see, my queen's down to her last breath, but there's 2 peckers over here going to do a lot of tanking for those wizards. I've still got 2 wizards in my army camp that I haven't used. I didn't even have to use them, but I just thought, get the raid over and done with quicker. Obviously, in war, you'd want to deploy them so you can save as much time and make sure you don't run out of time. But yeah, again, like you see, another success. Those peckers really do last a long time, better than giants. Another reason why they're better than giants is because they can't get thrown off the base with spring traps. They can trigger spring traps, but because they're so heavy and they take so much army space, they won't get flung off the base with those spring traps. So one more raid to show you guys that this is a really effective attack. Again, pretty good. This is a pretty good Town Hall 9 base. Max defenses. Heroes are pretty high. They're above level 20. So this raid does work against high level heroes as well. You can actually work just like the HPHB raid. You can actually use it on maxed Town Hall 9s or any sort of Town Hall 9. It's very effective, so you can use it again whenever you want on any Town Hall 9. The thing is, the only thing you have to look out for is always make sure that your funneling is done perfectly, so your bowlers are close to your peckers and heroes, and they're going into the compartment that you want to start, and they obviously go centrally into the base so they can take out those heroes, the town hall, and then later on, or even if the town hall is not placed centrally, they still will go into the place where the town hall is, and they'll get those buildings down quickly so they can get all of the stars. So again, this is what I mean by your queen can do that last bit of funneling. This will ensure your P.E.K.K.A.s and your heroes going into the center of the base, into the compartment that you want. Obviously, there's an air defense there, killing off my healers, but this is when the rage spell is effective. One swing, those buildings are down pretty much as ASAP. And again, you use your rage on your P.E.K.K.A.s and your bowlers. Now you want to use them like, pretty early on, because again, there's going to be like, troops or like Teslas that will pop out near the town hall, and the more centralized you go, the more defenses will target them. So you just need to make sure those P.E.K.K.A.s aren't slowed down with their speed, and you just make sure they move about quite nice and fast. And again, once those defenses are kind of distracted, you deploy your hogs surgically, try and avoid like, double giant bomb spots or even just single giant bomb spots. And again, you just use it you use the heal spells in a place where they would run into it. So in towards their path, not just on them straight away, because that will just, waste your spell, because they'll just move out of it way too early. But again, see, even once they're gone, the P.E.K.K.A.s do a lot of damage, and this is where the giants will be of no benefit, because first of all, they'll take much longer to go through walls. Even though there's 12 of them, with P.E.K.K.A.s and the king working together, it's literally one swing from the P.E.K.K.A.s and a couple of hits from the barbarian king and the walls down. But yeah, the thing is, they can clear other things in their path, like storages and whatnot, and it will just work through the base much faster than just a normal giants. So this is why I recommend the HPHB over the HGHB. I reckon it's more effective. Just to show you again, the army composition right there is 5 max bowlers in your clan castle. Level 2 is fine, but I recommend maxed. Also, higher level heroes are preferred, but you can try it out with low level heroes, but nothing lower than level 15 heroes, because the barbarian king will just be too weak, and the queen won't be able to kill off those clan castle troops in time, and maybe you lose a lot of your other bowlers and stuff way too early. So 2 heal spells, 2 rage spells, and 2 poison spells. Wizards for cleanup. You can use 1 or 2 for funneling if you want. 2 baby dragons for funneling. 11 dragons for your hogs. You can use one of the hogs early in the raid to kind of test and see what's in the clan castle. That's why you bring 11. But again, 3 healers for your P.E.K.K.A.s, and of course 3 P.E.K.K.A.s to finish it off with. So I hope you guys like that raid. It's like I said, it's a pretty new raid. Not a lot of people know about this. They know about the HGHB. I'm not the one who made this raid, obviously. If I did, I would have been claiming it from the beginning of this video. But I actually saw this off someone else's video, and I thought I'd try it out. And it's very effective. It works really well. And I recommend a lot of people doing it, because it actually can guarantee 3 stars almost every time. So again, thanks for watching, guys. If you please like and subscribe for more. If you have any requests, please comment below. I'll try and get to you as soon as possible. But other than that, guys, until next time, keep on clashing.